Check-In is a live, topic-based stream where real people share real moments and the lessons that came with them. We pause, reflect, and check in with ourselves and each other. No pressure, no perfection, just presence.
You always posing what be going on. Oh my God. Happy Sunday. It's Sunday already.
Girl. Happy Sunday, y'all. What's going on?
I was about to say happy Saturday. I've been getting my days mixed up. Yesterday was
Really?
Sunday. Today is Saturday for me. I don't know what's happening.
Hmm.
I'm going in reverse. Maybe I'm
I'm
trying
about
to
to say,
age in
what's going
reverse.
on? Oh,
Oh my goodness.
what's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome to the check-in, y'all.
Welcome to the MF and check in. Oh my God. Before we even ask about the week or talk about anything to you, how do you feel about being on the radio? How does that make you feel? How does your other half feel? How does your family feel? How do you just feel in general about it?
um, Maybe some people don't know, but we've been on radio before. Like this is not like a first time we actually been on radio before. So, it's kind of similar to us being on here talking to you guys, but it's just no video. Like I enjoy being on I enjoy being on multiple streams. So it's pretty cool. But again, this ain't our first rodeo. So it's cool though.
How does your other half feel? Did he say anything or
No,
give you
no,
words of encouragement or what?
girl.
Okay, so now I'm gonna have to
Go
come hit him
ahead.
with my little
Yep.
bug in the
Well,
head.
how you feeling about it?
All right, I am low key like yay in the inside because it's been a long time coming, and we're not just on the radio. We on multiple platforms. We're on
Hmm.
Amazon. We on Apple. We on Spotify. It's like what 10 places that I can't even go down the line where I don't even remember them all. But we just all over the place, and I'm just grateful and happy for that.
Yes.
Now,
Mhm. I love it
as
though.
far as my other half life, honey,
Oh, how
when I
life feeling
ask
about this,
life,
honey?
I said, life, how do you feel about it? Life is like me, just like this, but in the
But how
inside,
about say on the inside? What's going on the inside?
life is like that.
Oh, okay. Hey, hey,
Life
hey.
is getting it.
Right, right, right,
So yeah, that's kind of where we at with it. Life is just getting it.
right,
Now, when you ask life to do anything else, life is like, nah, you got it. I'm there
right. You
with you.
got it.
Yes,
Right,
I'm there
right.
with you. And
Exactly.
sometimes you just gotta accept that, even though you low key want your significant other to just pop out and show niggas, but it is what it is,
Yeah,
right?
it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I stopped looking for acceptance, and that's sad to say from like family members and stuff like that. I stopped looking from that because honestly, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna get that from the closest people to you. They're not gonna sit here and be boasting all the time about what you're doing. It's just not that way.
Well, we gotta be our
Let you be making. We gotta be our own cheerleaders. Let you be making some millions of dollars or something like that. They be boasting.
Well,
Shoot.
it be the stuff like this that leads to the millions.
Mm,
You got to put yourself out there, and then somebody actually discovers you, and then boom, millions,
mhm.
millions.
I know
All
that's
right,
right.
so let's get
Here
into
we
our
go.
show. As usual, Toya,
Here we
how
go.
was your week, Toya? How was
Here
it?
we
I know your
go.
week was better than mine. How was your week?
No, it wasn't. I don't know why you think my week was better than yours. You always have this crazy story about how your week went. We be all looking forward to listening to your story, but Y'all, I'm so regular, degular. A lot of the times, y'all just been working. But did y'all see the did you see the what do you call it? What the verses? I
Oh,
was listening to the
girl,
verses
yes.
with Tank and Tyrese. I was listening to that on my way home one day, so that was pretty good. I was in the comment section, comment like, because they were singing some good songs. They was going at each other. It was so funny. It was
Who
so
won?
funny. Huh? I don't know who
Who
won.
won?
I ended up falling asleep, y'all. I was I ended up falling asleep. I do not know who won, but yeah, it was good from what I was listening to. If you ask me who won, I would say the thing was Tank sung some of his songs, but he was singing a lot of other people's songs too. Tyrese sung a lot of his own song music. He ain't singing other people's songs. And Tyrese didn't bring nobody out, but Tank was bringing everybody out. He brought Latoya Luckett out. He brought Jamie Foxx out. He was bringing out a bunch of people, so it was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting.
Oh, before
It was
I
fun.
say anything about the verses, shout out to Big Dog Philly OG for popping in.
What's
Shout out to
up?
Angie Baby. What's up?
What's
Please
good,
share the
Angie
live, share the
baby?
love. Yes, yes. Smash that like button. So yeah, those verses, girl. Let me tell you. Tank had me laughing. What Tank was singing was actually songs that he wrote for
He
other
wrote.
people.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what made it kinda it made
right.
it dope to me because
Hmm.
you could sing, you're a writer. It was just showing so
Right.
much range with him,
He
writer,
was.
singer, producer.
Hmm.
Um Tyrese, he just looked like a one lane kind of cat. Like I'm just showing up, somebody write the songs and I'm singing it.
Turtleneck.
But that turtleneck thing had me dying.
It was
Turtleneck.
turtleneck.
I was like,
Ah,
what?
it was
Look, you see
hilarious.
me, I'm burning up now. I was looking at that versus
Yo,
like, is he not hot?
he hot on that stage, honey.
Because I was
Shoot, that's
burning
why he had to
up.
keep changing because he probably was sweating through his clothes.
Yeah, but he
Shoot,
never took the damn turtleneck off,
he.
did he? I don't
I
think he
think he
took
did
the
at one point.
turtleneck
He ended up
off.
taking it off. I don't know, but that was so funny. It was really entertaining.
Turtleneck.
But some of Tyrese songs I did not know. I was like, where did this song come from? I didn't know some of his songs, but I was like, okay, cool. But he does have some. He did have some good songs. Well, he
He
does.
had some bangers,
He does have
bangers,
some
but
bangers.
he ain't
Yep.
had no bangers like Tank.
Like
Tank
Tank
had
Tank.
Jamie Foxx coming out there. I was like, well,
What?
oh damn, who?
What?
Yeah,
Yes.
and Jamie Foxx was. I mean, for him to have a stroke, he was pulling it together. I was like,
Yes. He did a
Go
great job.
Jamie, pull it together,
Yes.
pull it together, and
Right.
was you wondering what was under them sunglasses? Like, is his eyes right or whatever? Like, I was
You
like,
thought
what's
something was wrong with
okay?
him?
I
You
don't
think
know.
maybe it
After a
was bright
stroke,
in there.
anything can
Um.
happen after a stroke. You don't never
Right.
know. After a
Yeah.
stroke, people be all over the place. But
Mm.
yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed the verses. So yeah, so I tell
So what's going
people
on with your
about
week?
my
What's
week.
going on? Yep. How was your week, Pierce? Peach.
All right. So we
P.
talk about how was my week. Okay. So my week was interesting, right? First, let's start out again. Ever since we started this show, I told y'all I am on a journey to beautify myself because I'm almost
Mhm.
halfway 100.
Mhm.
And I had to have some dental work done again. I had dental work done every Thursday of March.
Mm.
And at this point, because I'm getting these new teeths, and I'm saying teeths on purpose, right?
Mhm.
I have to go a few months without being able to really chew. So those lovely steaks that I I like, I won't be eating that. I gotta avoid I don't know. Girl, I tried to eat a hot dog, girl. I could only suck the inside.
Girl, my mom was thinking something else, but you said hot dog, so we gonna leave it at that.
And the
I was
skin,
like,
I
you
had to
can't do
pull it
stuff.
like
Oh.
this on my
Mm.
plate. I was like, maybe I need to call the dentist and tell him like I get the plan because I sat with the dentist and we came up with a great plan so my
Mhm.
teeth could look like Tyrese. But
Mm.
honey, the
Was it
stuff you
hurting?
gotta go through. No, it's not hurting. You just like what I'm trying to do because I want to look like Tyrese and them. You got to
Mhm.
pull some teeth to look like Tyrese
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
some of your teeth is not shaped the way you need it to be shaped and stuff, and
Right.
it can't be filed correctly and all this.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm on my Tyrese shit, my teeth,
Mhm.
and so for a while I'm gonna be eating baby food
So is
and
this something
drinking
that you
stuff.
had planned for your half of century?
Yes.
That so this is
See,
what you had planned
this is what
to
I
do
planned.
now.
I said, listen, when I get close to that halfway to 50 on that road, I want
Mhm.
to look fly as shit.
I know that's
I
right.
want to look like $1,000,000.
Yes.
So I got a 2-for-1 deal. With my dentist working on my teeth, it's also going to help with my diet because I
Mhm.
won't be able to eat
You
like
won't be able to
that.
eat. But you don't
Hello.
be eating like that anyway.
Well, I'll be eating even less. I will
Less.
be drinking out of my listen, fuck your type cup. Get you one. Get you one. Get you one. Because this is our official merch. I will be drinking out of my fuck your mug and I will
With a
be
straw?
happy with it. With
Need a straw.
no, I don't need a straw. But that's the thing. Believe it or not, girl, when you get in dental work, you can't suck through
You
a straw.
shouldn't
They
use a
tell you
straw.
that. They
Right.
tell you
Yeah.
do not do that. So
It
I
would it
am
would give you blood clots or something like that, right?
no, it would break the
Oh,
blood clot from forming because you'll
oh
suck
right,
the
because you
blood
want
clot
the blood
out of
clot.
it.
Because you want
Right.
the blood clot to form. Okay, so that makes
Right.
sense with blood clot. Okay.
Right. So listen,
Mhm.
laugh at me now, Angie baby and everybody, because
Nobody
I'm
no.
laughing too. I'm laughing
Uh-uh.
too. This whole like
But them
listen,
them
life,
end results though.
them end results is gonna be fire.
Them
Listen,
end
and life is
results.
laughing too. Life thinks it's so hilarious. They were like, you know, I was like, life, you gonna chew my food up for me? Life is like, no. You gonna eat whatever you eat. Sis, it's about losing weight. This is what we doing. And I'm good with it. I am
Mhm.
good with it.
Right.
Dry socket, they call it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Angie. So I
Mhm.
am on the journey and I'm cool with the journey. I'm good with the journey. I
That's
am
cool.
one with the journey.
You know they say beauty is pain. We
It
go through some,
is.
so you know what I'm saying? You got to go through some shit to get to where you want to be, you know?
Listen, I on my live, because I stream live every Saturday at 12, right? I said, and shout out to the trans people of the world. Y'all fought for whatever y'all needed to do for y'all transition. But us ladies need to fight for the bad mommy tummy. We need to get the government to give us money to help us transition these bellies after these babies. Okay? I want a
Okay.
government bag to fix my stomach. But
Mhm.
since that's not happening, I gotta pay for it myself because that's on my halfway to 50. Listen, that's on my check.
Yeah.
Get this stomach off because
Yeah.
I'm gonna be looking good.
By
Me
the
and
time I
life
get
gonna
by
be
the
looking
time I get
good.
there too, that's gonna be where I'm at. Or get these off. I want no, no, no. Take
I
this
don't care
all
about that.
off.
I'll work out.
No, I
I'll
want
do
it
this.
all off. Take that off. Take the stomach
No,
off.
just take this
Take it
tummy off
all.
and I'll work the rest out.
I can
Listen,
take this shit
listen.
off. Like I got. That's why the Lord knows. Because when I get some dollars, honey, all of this gonna be looking right.
It's coming off. Angie said no laughing. I laughed at the sucking hot dogs. Yeah, girl, I had to eat a hot dog, like put it in and take the skin like this and try it on
Wow.
the
What you had to do
side.
again? Nah.
I was like, but I won't be trying that again. That's right, Angie. Word fupa reassignment. Yeah, because it's
Yes.
it's time to get it together. Get it together for myself, for life, for
Yes.
the chitlins. I'm trying to be around here and I want to feel as good as I did fresh out the gate in my 20s. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So when y'all see me running like, see, I'm about to tell my age, right? When y'all see me running like Bo Derek on the beach with my braids, just
Not
take
Bo
a
Derek.
it to me in slow motion. It's gonna
Yeah.
be me. Yeah, running. Shout out
That
to the people listening on the radio. Right now, you can't see me, but I'm running in
she
slow
running,
motion
y'all.
like
She got
Bro
them hands
Jerry.
moving.
Yes. All right.
That's funny.
That is too
All right,
funny, but
y'all.
yeah, I am there. This is where now let me tell you the second part of my weekend. Then we're gonna go off to this topic,
Okay.
right? Give some people time to come in. Come on in, come on in. All right. This is gonna make you laugh.
Hmm.
So one of my co-workers, my ex-co-workers, came to the job looking for me, but
For
I
what?
wasn't working on a Thursday, right? And she was having a mental breakdown. She
Mm.
came and showed up at my patient house drunk.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. And when I wasn't there, she was like, "Oh, Pierce is not there. Oh, I came on the wrong day." And while she showed what toy, when I tell you what she had in her hand, she had the Mad Dog 2020, girl. I think
Not
she
the
wanted me
mad
to
dog.
take a swig with
Not
her.
the mad dog.
She had the Mad Dog 2020, girl. Now, why would you be looking for me on the job with Mad Dog
Mad dog.
2020? Because you're having a breakdown. I ain't drinking no Mad Dog 2020
Girl, try to have you
with
pass
you.
out.
Well,
Shit.
honey, listen, according to my other nurse friend, she drunk that Mad Dog 2020. She offered it to my patient grandmother. She said no. She said, "Well, I don't know why you don't want to drink it because I don't suck no dick."
Ooh.
She went out on the porch and started dancing up and down the block, honey.
What?
I was like, y'all should have recorded her because that would have been an awesome what the fuck moment for this show because, honey, but all I was stuck on is why the hell was she looking for me? Because I wasn't gonna do all of that with her. Like,
Right. Right.
why you checking for me?
Right.
I ain't trying to do all of that. I ain't drinking no Mad Dog 2020, whether I'm at work or not. And I damn sure ain't dancing up and down the block talking about myself. Hey, Townsend,
Y'all,
Townsend.
Pete, stop fronting. Stop fronting like you ain't gonna
No,
drink no mad dog. Y'all, and many times we done put some mad dog in some drinks, okay? And made some drinks with some mad
that's
dog.
just
Are you
all. That's
kidding me?
all we had. That's all we had to you. That's
We
all we
made some
had.
drinks with some mad
But
dog.
we
Are you
but we
kidding?
didn't drink that. We ain't drink that. We watch everybody else drinking and
I'm
party, but
done
we
with
ain't
her.
drink it.
She said we
We
ain't
ain't
drink
drink
that.
it.
Oh,
We
that's low
ain't drink
level.
that.
Okay.
But that punch was gone though, wasn't it?
The
And I ain't
punch
gonna
was
say what
gone,
event
y'all.
that was. I ain't gonna say.
Nah,
But yeah,
they was
that
rubbing
nurse
it though.
was she was wired for
I
sound,
took a
Toya,
punch.
honey. When I pulled up for work, the guys on the block was like, "What was wrong with your drunk friend?" I was like, "My drunk friend who?" The nurse, the crazy nurse. She was out here going, Townsend. Now she in Wilmington. Townsend. Oh, Townsend.
And you said this was a nurse?
Yeah.
I thought you said a patient, but she gave me a patient
No,
house.
she came to my
Oh,
patient house.
what is? I hope she wasn't driving. Shit.
Yes, they said she
Cause
drove out of there like a bat out of hell. She ran
oh
all the stop
no,
signs. She was done. Angie Baby said we used to call that stuff bum juice, night train booms. Yeah, I don't understand why she ain't copped the
boom, boom,
booms. That's a
boom,
little bit
boom, boom,
lighter. But a
boom.
woman on 2020, that is
And it sounded like she was
off
just
the
taking it to the
chain.
head, like she
Yeah,
was
she
just
took it all.
drinking.
They said she took it to
Oh
the head. She
man,
drank the whole
that's
bottle
dangerous.
and was dancing. Townsend.
Townsend.
Townsend, like Townsend ain't even popping. Like there's a bunch of huge ass houses. So why you out in Wilmington talking about some
Townsend.
Townsend?
Right,
Townsend.
lady, go back home.
But
Shoot, I hope
anyway,
she got
that
home
was,
safely.
honey, that was my week. That girl did all of that because she was having a breakdown just to figure out the next day that the reason why she was having a breakdown wasn't even about to occur. She had it for
Oh,
no reason.
oh, so she was just acting a fool for no
She was just
reason.
acting a damn fool. Hello, Talib. Greetings and salutations. May
Hey,
this day be in
Talib.
service to you. Hey, Talib. So
Yeah,
yeah, that
people don't know how
that
to
that
act
was my week.
in crazy situations. She said, "Oh, I'm having a moment. Let me go get some
Honey,
Mad Dog." I wonder what
If
flavor
she
she had.
I don't know. I don't know. But I said if I was there, honey, I hope she wasn't expecting me to drink because I
Right.
would have
Well,
laughed in her face.
okay. You
I would
right
have
there.
laughed in her
True.
face. And the funny thing about her dancing outside, my patient little baby sister, she like 3, she was behind her like this.
Oh no. Oh no. That.
Well,
Oh
she like,
no.
damn, then the baby behind like, damn, in, damn,
Just amping her up.
amper her
Damn
up.
kids.
But
Shoot.
that was my week, honey.
That is
That was my week. All
funny.
of that is funny. You gotta find joy and laughter where you could find it,
Yes.
y'all.
What the
But
heck?
I
Shit just be happening to you. Shit just come to you. You don't be looking for shit just be
don't be
happening.
looking for shit.
Like,
I just
what
be
the hell?
showing up like,
Okay, right.
okay, all
Yeah,
right,
Townsend.
Townsend, Townsend. Oh God. So let me bring up the topic for
We
tonight. Let's
talking about?
transition off of that
What is
because
we
this
talking
that could get
about?
crazy. So the
Real
topic for
crazy.
tonight, y'all, real talk. How do you feel about your race? How do you
Oh, that is
feel
a good
about your
question.
race?
How do y'all feel, y'all? How do you feel about your race? We need y'all
Drop
to
it in the
tune
comments.
in. And you unmuted, P. We need y'all to tune into yourselves and think about this because we want to know what's going on. P, you muted.
Don't front either
There we go.
because let me say this. All of y'all have these conversations with your friends and your family, and you be killing the race that you are.
Right.
So tonight, I want y'all to keep it real and drop in the comments. How do you feel about your race? Whether it's
Hmm.
positive, whether it's negative, how do you feel? How do you feel about even being in that race? Just let me know.
Or
So
how do people make
Toya,
you feel about being your race? Like, that's another good question, too.
yeah, how do people make you feel? Let's get into it. Toya, how do you feel about
Yes.
being your race? How do you feel about it? I mean, come on,
Um,
because you on the mellow yellow side, you might have a different experience than I
And you
have.
know what? That's crazy because I have heard that, oh, she thinks she's all that because she's light skin statements. And they think it's different for me for some reason because I'm light skinned. Like what I don't I have not experienced that. But yeah, I love my race. Don't get me wrong. I don't like how my race can be perceived. I don't like how my race acts sometimes because we cannot stick together. I'm gonna just put that out there, right? Like I feel like our race is the like one of the only race who cannot come together and build or just just be happy with each other or like all these other race they could come together and build generational wealth, build communities, build a bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? And I guess what too? They ain't gonna let you come around and disrespect their race, but our race, we always disrespecting each other. I ain't gonna say it's everybody, but a lot of us we disrespect each other. I think we need to get it together. So it's I don't I, I'm not trying to bash our race. I'm African American, y'all, with a little bit of Cherokee, but our race is something else. I'm sorry, but I love being a black person, an African American female. I love that. I wouldn't change it for anything, but I don't like what we bring. I don't. It's some foolishness that be going on.
Ooh, go Toya.
Foolishness.
How do I feel about our race?
How
And
do you
chat,
feel about
please
our
feel
race?
free to chime in
Chime in.
because, honey, I got some clips and tricks and everything tonight. This
Yeah.
show gonna be a little bit different. How do I feel about our race? Number one, I don't like how we have built in racial hate inside of
Mm.
our families. I don't
Mm.
like number one, I don't like okay, for me, I was raised that you shouldn't date a person that's from another country.
Oh,
which is
oh,
weird
that's what you
because
was taught.
my mother's father was from another country. So I was raised
Oh,
not to date a foreigner. I was raised that people whose eyes weren't brown were devils.
what?
See, you hear the inner hate? You hear the inner hate?
Right.
We don't want our children to have the slave master skin. That's
Oh.
unbecoming.
Mm.
Greetings, brother Nasir.
Hey,
I
Nasia.
it's just so much hate. In some parts of my family, some of the people, if you weren't light enough, guess what you got? You got a milk
What?
bath. They gave
What
you a
that
milk
do?
bath to keep your skin yellow.
What?
Yes. So I don't
But
like the internalized hate that we carry.
yes, I
If
think
they would pay attention to your hair when you were born.
right.
If you, like one of my aunts, she was obsessed. If you had curly hair, she would play with your hair. She just showed you favor. But if you had the nigga naps like me, no favor shown.
That's crazy.
Internalized hate. Another form of internalized hate that we have within the black community, within our families, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
Mhm.
Some of us is not Indian sweets. Some of y'all do
Mhm.
not have a bone, stick, nothing. Was it a tribal art? Not one finger, not a tribal fingernail, not a rabbit's foot. You are not Indian. But instead
Mm.
of saying that you were stolen African, you would rather take the story of I'm an Indian.
Oh,
Or like they say on social media, I'm a pretendian.
not a pretendian.
A pretendian. But me, I am actually Indian. It's on my
Mhm.
great grandmother's birth certificate. Can
Mhm.
trace the tribe back, but not all of
Right.
us have that. Some of us are choosing to opt out of what our actual family lineage is because we have some sort of hatred of the African.
Mhm.
I was also told don't engage Africans. Come on
What?
now. How many times did we hear in just being outside as children with this internalized hate that we push onto our children and raise people? How many times did you actually hear African booty scratcher
Oh yeah.
and all of that?
I've said that to people before. Shit, like African booty
Yes,
scratcher, but not knowing really what it means because I've heard other people say it, so I was just
it's
repeating, not
insults.
really knowing, not realizing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
It's
we just
insults.
following behind other people. Yep.
Come on, just think about in your family some of the insults you heard. Don't let that nigga in your house. Don't let that nigga use your bathroom. Don't let that nigga. It's just um yeah. Like even now, I hear it when I go to work. My career, I hear the kids saying some of the things that the parents have passed on. Oh, the African is coming to pick you up.
Mm,
Oh, well, the African is the transport driver. What else are we going to do?
mhm.
So that's one of the things I don't like about our race. We have we pass down traditions to our children that make us not like our own race, and it's
Mhm.
crazy. It's freaking
Mhm.
crazy. I don't understand it.
Mhm.
Another thing I'm a harping on and repeat what you said. I don't like high flying guillotine. He said
Hey,
hi to
Flying
Maybach.
Guillotine.
Talib said, I am American Indian. Okay. So one another thing that I don't like is I don't like that we don't support one another.
Mhm.
And that shit is scary for me. High flying
Yeah.
guillotine. He said, hi Toy, hi Peach. I
Hey.
don't like that because with the economy being the way that it is, hello Smack.
Hey, Smack.
I'm afraid that if we had to rely on each other, like these white people are getting together, they building bunkers, they practice cooperative spending with each other, they spend and help each other build. if they stop, because they invest in us, they invest in our nonprofits, they invest in the things that we do. If they stop and just work with each other to make themselves grow,
Mhm.
where is that going to leave us?
Right.
Because we don't want to buy nothing from each other. We don't want to see each other progress.
No.
We don't
That's
even think we're
sad.
qualified enough
It's
to even
sad.
come up with an idea or anything when we created philosophy thought itself, but we
Mhm.
don't trust in each other.
Nope.
That's
Not one
another
bit.
thing that I don't like care for about our race.
Mhm.
But some of the positives about us, we are the most dynamic, innovative
Yeah.
race that everybody just steal everything from, but we don't utilize it and market it for ourselves.
And they're
Imagine if we
intimidated by us.
capitalize. Yeah, imagine if we capitalize off of some of the things.
Right. Mhm.
But we don't do that. What the Flying Guillotine said. Flying Guillotine said, true that, Peach. Shared the slavery. Do you see the FBA is attacking the president of Ghana? That part. Now, we going to get into that, y'all. We going to get into that. But please, chat, tell us, how do you feel about your race? How do you feel about it?
Mhm.
Anything good, bad, positive, negative?
Whatever we
You
want to know.
know, right.
Right.
Another thing I don't like about our race is the men that won't date or the women that won't date inside their race.
Right.
Are you trying to what are you trying to do? You're not going to
Mm.
eliminate the culture. You just
I've
the culture,
heard.
the race, you're not going to eliminate it. It takes 3 generations. Is it 3 or 4 to breed us out?
Right. I've
And then
heard
we still sneak in.
men say they don't like dating black women because we're too much basically for them. Like we overreact. And I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't know what's going on with that. But I have definitely dated outside my race, but I have dated Hispanic, but that's still considered like black to me, honestly. Like, but dated like a
They are.
Caucasian or anything like that. No, I have not done that before. I don't. I like my black men. Like, I have no issue with dating my own race. I feel like another race couldn't do nothing much for me. Like, I could be wrong, but I don't feel like they could do much for me more than what my black people could do. My black men could do. Like, I, what they said? Some Paris, you muted.
I said Flying Guillotine said we need a Suge Knight for business. Flying Guillotine said women should date outside their races too. Black women rock.
Okay.
I listen, we rock, but for me personally, I am staying within my race. I mean, actually, technically, and I should probably say this out loud, but if each one of us grabbed us a white person, we could eliminate the whole white race. But hey, that's
Hey,
genocide.
yeah. Okay. They don't
we
want to do
we be
that.
genociding them out. We be killing
All
them.
right. Okay.
There'd be genocide on their
That's
end.
why they be wanting to take us out. Shoot, we're gonna overpopulate them.
Flying
But
Guillotine said, I'm in the Philippines, so one main reason is I can go somewhere else.
mhm. Okay.
So come on, y'all. Tell us how y'all feel about your race. Let me put that topic back out there, back up there. Tell us how you feel before we get into the rest of the show, because we do have clips, some interesting clips that we would love for you to chime into. It's sad,
Right.
for me to find out or, hear that people actually don't like their color, their race, that they're ashamed of it. Um, I just want to say, slavery happened to you. It's not who you are.
Right.
We didn't ask to be kidnapped, you know.
Not at
It's
all.
just something that's something that just occurred. And one thing, I can't even remember this thought leader that said it. People don't come and steal the weakest. They come steal the greatest. We are nation builders.
Right.
So stop looking at slavery as a a weakness, but look at it as those people couldn't build a nation on their own, so they had to
They
steal
couldn't.
architects,
Mhm.
philosophers, teachers,
Right.
strategists, builders. They had to steal so many types of people to make America what it is.
Mhm.
And I am proud to say, even though I have Indian blood in me, I
Mhm.
have stories passed down through my family about one of my great great grandfathers coming through the gates of North Carolina on a ship. So I know and I'm proud of my heritage. I will
Mhm.
never be ashamed of my race. I'm a mixed bag, and
See,
I'm
that's
okay
one
with
thing.
that.
That's one thing that I would love though to know more about my heritage because I don't know much about it except for my well, my great grandmother being full blown Indian and just us being black. Like we lose track about where we came from because it's not shared with us. My family didn't never share that with us. So that's one thing I just wish I had. Because
Mm.
I love talking to older people. I ain't gonna lie and hearing their stories. You know, I love hearing black people's stories.
Well, my family has always been big on oral tradition and Black history.
Mhm.
And it's so crazy, Toya, because during the month of February, like every month we had to watch something. But the month of
Mhm.
February, oh my God, my grandfather, oh, it's time for us to watch everything.
See, now
And
my family not like
as a
that.
child, it used to aggravate me, but
Mhm.
as an adult, I appreciate it and I did it with my children. And it
Right.
also made me do a lot of research
Mhm.
and go down a rabbit hole to learn more about what it is to mean to be Black. And my grandfather always imparted the wisdom to me. If you don't know what happened to you, it can happen again and again. So you
Right.
need to study history and learn the signs. So
Mhm.
I'm big on history. I love conspiracy theories. People call them conspiracy theories, but I love them. And
I
I
love
just,
a
I
conspiracy
love
theory.
everything about being Black. What did
Yes.
Flying Guillotine say? I take all the benefits of being Black and omit the things that hold us back. I know that's right. Flying Guillotine said we are all out of the South. Uh, we gonna see. All right,
She said,
so
"Are we?"
we gonna see. We got some clips, y'all. So while y'all are taking the time to tell us how you feel about your race, think
Mhm.
about it. Type it in the chat. We got something new. I'm gonna go to Toya's ad wall. So y'all, if you
Ooh.
like the things that we do here, please like and share and support us. We are individual brands that come together to make the check-in pop. So
Mhm.
Toya, all right, let's go to your ad wall and tell people about you and how they can follow you.
Okay. So y'all, I have you could find me actually on all social media platforms. Well, not all, but most of them. You can find me on my TikTok platform. You can also find me on my Facebook or even my YouTube. You could always look me up at Auntie Toya Brands and just check out some of my videos that I have, y'all. I try to do daily videos, just giving positivity, just giving encouragement and just try to uplift people, because sometimes people need that. So that's what I try to bring to the table. So that's mostly what my my platforms are about. And some extra videos too. You might see a video of me changing my hair color or stuff. I just be trying to bring y'all some different stuff just to let y'all know who I am and what I am about. So those are my platforms right there, y'all. Auntie Toya Brands, social media, TikTok, YouTube, same name. Follow me, y'all.
And
Follow
scan
your
that
girl.
QR code while it's up there. Scan it, and you'll go directly to her YouTube channel. Give
Cool.
y'all a minute. Y'all got it? Scan, scan, scan.
Thank you.
Now, here go my brand wall. All right, so scan the QR code. I have a mobile app, and then I'll get into a little bit of everything else that I actually do. So, as y'all know, my name is Peach, and everything Peach is in that app. Everything about me. If you know me from spooky hours, you could go and listen to some of my spooky stories. I have recorded them. It's blogs in there. It's everything that we do here on the check-in. Everything Peach is in that app. Scan the QR code. If you look at the top, let me take this off. If you look at the top, ladies and gentlemen, I, inside of my app, I am opening it up for you to create blogs so that we can discuss things that you have going on that you learned in your life. It's called the check-in blog. You can go inside my app, you click on it, create your blog. If it's fire and something we could discuss, I will be bringing it to the team, Toya and Maybach, and saying, yo, we need to bring this topic up. We need to discuss it. It's a moment. I want you to share the moment when you checked in with yourself, a defining moment that changed it all. Because sometimes, us black people, we love little sermons and scriptures that change people's life. So you might have that sermon and scripture that might shake somebody, right?
Mhm.
Also, in the middle, you see the R Report magazine. I am one of the writers for the R Report magazine, and that magazine is in Books a Million stores, is in multiple locations. It's out there like the Vibe magazine. And so everything that we do here on the check-in, I sit down, I write a mini blog, I sum everything up, our lessons, what we talked about, what we learned, and I put it on paper and it's published in the magazine. You can also go to the R Report mag, and you can go, I think it's rreportmag.com, I'm sorry, and you could read some of these articles. Some of the articles will be there, some of the articles will be in the published magazine. See, listen, y'all rock. We value y'all stories and we want to share your experience. Also in the corner, that is the latest blog from last week. Would you date yourself? All of this is available in my mobile app. Again, I have so much content, so many things that I do to try to enrich people. Just to toot Toya and I's horn, we have nonprofits that we run to help people. So we're all about encouraging, uplifting, and growth of yourself. And this is
Right.
essentially what the check-in is. So let's get back to our topic at hand. Let's get back to it. How do you feel about your race? So Vonda said, I am black. She said
Ah,
she's
that's right.
black, Toya.
She's
Flying
black.
Guillotine, thank you. Flying Guillotine said, y'all going to pop. Show is great. Thank you, Flying
Thank
Guillotine.
you.
Flying Guillotine also said, if Maybach rock with y'all, I already know. Oh, listen, how Maybach getting props?
All the time.
All the time, getting props over here. Everybody love that daggone Maybach.
It's all right.
You know what? I ain't
It's all
hating.
good. Right.
I am not hating. So
It's
should we
all
go
good.
into the poppin' news? Should we
Mhm.
go into the news portion? All right. So
Let's
y'all
go.
keep in with that topic. I want y'all to really think about it because again, I absolutely know y'all feel some kind of way about y'all race. I've had
Right.
conversations with some of y'all. I have jumped in live streams and I've heard y'all say things about y'all race. So it's okay.
Hmm.
This is a safe space for us to have the conversation. All right. So we're
Y'all
going to
really
get
like y'all
into
race.
the y'all don't. They
Y'all
feel some
don't like
kind of
y'all
way
race.
about some stuff. They got some stuff. See, I'm the
Exactly.
only one that's admitting, some of the stuff that went on in my family, some of the stuff I don't
Right.
date foreigners when I'm a whole half of a foreigner sitting in front of you, which is crazy. All right, so let's get into the news. All right, let me do this drop courtesy of, I'll tell y'all how this drop came to play, but let's get into the news.
Who gives a damn about the trending news?
No, that's right. You ready, Toy? Let's go.
We come together in
So,
solemn.
trending news. President, what is it? Muhammad Ali's historic UN vote declaring slave trade humanity's greatest crime, y'all. Are you fascinated about this?
I think you muted, P.
Did this? Am I muted? I'm not muted. I can see me moving. I don't know about y'all. Can y'all hear me?
You muted.
I don't think I'm muted. Can y'all hear me? I am not muted. I see me moving across the screen. If y'all cannot hear me, let me
We don't
know.
hear you, P.
How are y'all not hearing me?
Do y'all hear her?
I hear me. Type it, y'all. Let us know in the chat if you can hear me. Can you hear Toya? Let us know. Toya, do you have your sound up? Oh, Vondalia said yes, they hear me. They said they can hear me. Okay, so I'm gonna continue with the show. Rereading this. President Muhammad leads historic UN vote declaring slave trade humanity's greatest crime. I think this is awesome. Um, and it says Ghana's president wins 123 nation majority for landmark reparations resolution. So I think this is great. How do y'all feel about this? Did y'all ever think, and like I just told y'all, my family is heavily into history. Did you ever think in your lifetime that you would hear that slavery was a crime? Because throughout school, we were just, all of us was just like, it was just treated like a normalcy, like it just happened, get over it. But apparently, Ghana is not getting over it. They're not getting over it. They have the slave castles. Apparently, they believe most of their population was affected by slavery, right? And so let me go into playing this clip from Mr. John. John, go John. I'm just so happy. And I not only am I happy, this raises questions for me also, but we'll talk about that afterwards. But let me play this freaking clip.
Solidarity, to affirm truth and pursue a route to healing and reparative justice. The adoption of this resolution serves as a safeguard against forgetting.
This resolution calls for formal global recognition of this historical crime and opens the door for reparatory justice measures. It also urges the restitution of stolen works of art. Well, the vote in the General Assembly was passed with 123 votes in favour, 3 against and 52 abstentions. Argentina, Israel and the United States were the 3 members that voted against the resolution. France and the UK were amongst those that abstained. Whilst the resolution really got the backing of much of the global south, it did prove controversial for some Western powers, mainly because they are concerned about the mention of reparations.
How do y'all feel about that? I think that is fire. Even if we don't get reparations, I'm just happy that, this is an honorable mention. It's being put in front of faces. And if you actually listen to the rest of this video, if you have read, they're really just fighting to re-educate people about the African American experience, because apparently globally a lot of people don't understand exactly what we went through during the slave trade. So I think this is awesome. Keep up the great job. I even asked Life, would they want to go to Ghana with me? And Life is looking at me like I'm crazy. But I would love to get over to Ghana and see some of those fortresses and stuff like that. But shout out to us as a race. Stuff like this makes me proud to be, African.
Right.
To have that African blood in me.
I was invited so many times to go to Ghana and I didn't. I think my father wanted to take.
Wow.
But you know,
So Flying Guillotine said before Johnny Cochran was killed, he was going to bring the case to the UN. Wow, I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing, Flying
Wow.
Guillotine. He also said anybody speaking up for reparations shouldn't be disrespected. That's the president, and FBA mortified me. We're gonna get into that topic, this FBA thing, and I that's we're gonna get into that topic. All right, so our what the F moment since we're here, before we get back into how do you feel about your race. Has anybody been paying attention to our homie, this guy? What is up with Drewski? What is going on? Now this says, and this is off of a Facebook post. Drewski speaks. Erica Kirk sent a cease and desist trying to sue me over a skit. Is this true? Because I saw that it necessarily wasn't true.
right?
It's just rumors. Little does she know parody is protected. It's comedy, not defamation. Y'all gotta stop trying to take jokes to court. Drewski comedy skits, all the hashtag or whatever. But I don't know. What do y'all think about this? I'm gonna play that Drewski clip. I thought it was funny. Toya, what did you think about it? I think it was funny.
I thought it was funny as well. Honestly, he just brings certain things to the light, and make people pay attention to certain things. Because I ain't gonna front, sometimes as Black people, we don't pay attention to things that we should be paying attention to. But he definitely knows how to bring certain discussions to light and make you pay attention. So I like Drewski.
All
Because who
right,
the
I'm
hell
gonna
is
play.
this?
I'm gonna play the clip, and then I got something to say. I got a question for the viewers. Right after we play this crazy ass, let me play it.
Go ahead, play it.
War is raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the...
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. And we are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible. Sweet cream foam chai ice matcha.
okay.
And Bella will have all organic puck cup.
Organic.
Yes, everything organic.
Why is he crying? I can't with him.
He's a fool.
For the people listening on the radio, Drewski is he's at the gym as a white woman.
Right. It's basically the video of him being the white woman.
Hold your chest lifted. We're gonna
Conservative,
We have to protect
white
all men in
people, something
America.
like that.
Especially all white men in America.
He's a fool.
Those are the boys that
Somebody
we
said-
care
guard
about
in
in
the
this
back.
country. America is built on their backs. Yes.
Look at the
They
guard
are
looking
the
at him.
ones
The guard is looking
who
at him like
matter
he crazy.
most.
Get on.
Oh my God. I can't with Drewski.
Crazy.
I can't with Drewski. I can't. That was crazy. That was one of those what the fuck moments. Toya, what is your take on that? What do you think about Drewski being that damn crazy?
Drewski been crazy,
Drewski
girl.
crazy as hell.
Drewski been crazy. You know he's always doing whiteface, but you know what? What people are talking about that she's trying to basically sue him for this. But one thing for sure, he did not mention I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? He did not say this is who I'm talking about and this is who I'm portraying, even though we could all see that that's he's who he's talking about. But then, you know, he came back out and showed his grandfather, who's actually white, and said, y'all trying to say he's prejudiced towards white people or whatever the case may be. He said, my grandfather white. Grandfather looked like white, white as can be. He's like, I could do this. So, but Drewski, like I said, I feel like he just brings certain conversations to light, you know, that should be had. And then from what I'm understanding, don't know how true it is. He said, "How you want to sue me, but you said you forgave the people that killed your husband?" You know what I'm saying? Well, took your husband out. Sorry, y'all. I don't know if that's gonna be cut. But he's saying, how you want to do this to me, but you forgave the people that took your husband out? But it's true. He's just making
Oh,
jokes. Like he's just making jokes. Like funny ones
yeah,
too.
I get that he's making jokes, but my question for y'all is right, and it goes back to our topic. You know, how do we feel about our race? Would we be offended if white people went in blackface again? Because you know that was a huge thing, and he's in whiteface. Is that a double standard? Are we being hypocrites?
But you know
Is
how
that
black people
right?
are. You know how black people are. Y'all wasn't enslaved, so you still don't have the right to go in blackface and talk about us. You know what I'm saying? We went through a lot. Our ancestors been through a lot. You know, from you, from your people, from your ancestors.
Chad,
So
how do y'all feel about that? I want to hear what the chat has to say. I know how I feel. I'm like, okay, I think if we're gonna total line of respect here in this country, it
right.
starts with us wanting, the same on both sides. So if we don't
Don't
want
be
white
hypocritical.
people in blackface, then we
Hmm.
shouldn't be hypocrites, and
Right.
Drewski shouldn't be in whiteface. Am I wrong? Do you agree or disagree? Chat, let us know. But that was our what the fuck moment. I mean, Drewski really killed it. Like I don't know if he intentionally meant to be Erica Kirk or whatever her name is, but I think that was just a coincidence. Like
How is it a coincidence? He meant that.
he pulled it on. Girl, this looks like.
He
Listen,
look
he
at his
just went in
face.
white.
He
That's
studied
his
her.
face.
Like
That's
no,
his
he
face.
studied her. Like and like, come on now. He wore the same outfit as she did. Like he studied
Look,
this lady.
I think he killed it when he showed how they appropriate our culture when he did that little dance in the beginning, how they be dancing and shucking and
Mhm.
jiving to get us to
Mhm.
follow them. Hey, I'm cool.
Right.
What did Joe Biden say? You ain't black if you don't vote for me.
Mhm.
It's uh Maybach said it's comedy, but yeah. But when they go into blackface, like when these colleges, I wish I would have pulled the clip. When these college kids was dressing up in blackface and it was supposed to be comedy, we were up in arms about it. So what is the difference?
It is hypocritical thinking like if you don't think it's okay for white people Caucasians to go blackface, but like is accepting to this. What Drewski is doing, like, yeah.
Yeah, but he killed it. When he came out and did that little dance in what girl, I was and that dog and the macchiato, how he pronounced it, was like what I know most of y'all black people was like, what the hell is he ordering? Listen, we call it macchiato. He said
Right.
Moschino. What the hell did he say?
Look.
he said, he killed it. He butchered it. But anyway, let's get back to our topic so I can play these other clips. We gave
That's
y'all
funny though.
enough time to think about how do y'all feel about your race? How do you feel about your race? How do you feel about it? And I'm gonna ask y'all this, right? Do y'all know the difference between your race and your ethnic
Ethnicity.
group,
Hmm.
ethnicity? There we go. Listen, I told y'all at the top of the show, I'm missing some teeth. So some shit ain't gonna come out the way that y'all want it. But do y'all know the difference? Because I noticed when we go to talk about race and things of that nature, because you're not FBA or whatever you call yourself, the ones that's in America, and the ones that's in the Caribbean, and the ones that's in Africa, you think we're not talking to you, but we're talking
Right.
to you because we all the same damn race.
Now they say you
So how do you
American.
feel about it?
You're American. Like,
you, how do you feel about it? Because we all the same race. Whether you here in America, the Caribbean, Africa, we all the same shit. So how do
exactly. It
you
ain't
feel
our
about
fault.
yourself?
Right. How do you feel about
Jewel
yourself?
Jewel Frost said, "Hey Maybach,
You know
how do
what?
you
I've
feel about
seen
yourself?"
you know a lot of Hispanic people too, they don't like to be considered black.
Oh,
And that
especially
is
the little dark ones. Oh,
the dark what? Don't let me
they
get started
kill
talking
me.
about my ex-husband. You call
No,
him
girl,
black,
don't even bring
it
him
was
in here.
over.
Don't
It
don't
was
don't bring him
over.
in here. Don't bring him in here.
Oh, don't bring him in here.
Don't bring him in here because I see him at the festival. I'm like, okay, if he don't think
Okay.
he black, then I don't
He
know what's
don't think he's
happening with
black.
this.
I'm like, what? First of all, you're black, and the dances that you do is African dances. Like the languages that you speak is, I'm sure it's some type of African language from somewhere. But like, y'all are black people. They just want to be considered Hispanic. Hispanic is not the race, fools.
Hispanic
Yeah,
is a language.
like Hispanic is not the race. Y'all some fools. Like,
All right.
I'm just
Nobody's
saying.
saying nothing. So my question to y'all, right? So since President John, what is it, Mahama, went to the
Hmm.
UN and slavery is considered criminalized now, we're viewing it
Right,
that way. How does
right.
that change for us here in America? Because this is where my confusion come in. Are you FBA? Are you African American? Like, what are we? And if you are FBA, are you entitled to reparations? If
They
President
ain't
John
giving
from
us
Ghana get
nothing.
us some let's just say hypothetically we get some reparations. Where does that leave the ones that's FBAs that
First
have
of all,
decided that that's what they are? I've been here for 1,000 years. I am not from Africa,
but I
but
don't
you
think
are.
they, right, but you are. But it'll be hard to figure out who to give reparations to because people have lost their heritage. Like they don't know where they came from. So it's like they wouldn't even know where to start with that. They would never. I wish they would give some reparations, but they would not. They'll give everybody else reparations before they give us anything.
Girl,
They
because
look
they
at
would
it,
have to give us the United States. They would have to give us the
okay,
entire United States, everything in the
entire
treasury, everything. They would have to
everything.
give us everything. They would have to give us
They'll go
European,
broke.
everything. They have to give us Africa back. They have to give us Europe
Too
back.
much. They'll have to give us too damn much because they took away too damn much from us.
So,
To give it
question
back,
y'all in the chat: are y'all FBA? Are y'all indigenous? What are y'all? What is your
right?
ethnicity? What are you? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat and let us know. What are you? Because
Even
a
the
lot of
native
people don't
people
think
got
we the
something
same
back.
race.
Like even the natives got something back. They ain't giving us nothing back though. Well, the African American people, that like they're not giving us something back. Shoot, the
So
Jews
what are
and
you,
stuff got stuff.
Toya?
Like, what am I?
Yeah, are you? What are you? Are you African American, FBA? What are you?
I don't consider I consider myself African American. I don't consider myself like native heritage or anything like that. Even though I do have that in my blood, I don't use it. I don't consider it, so but I just consider
What? So that
myself,
1%, like that 3%.
yeah, I guess so.
Well, I consider myself, a African. I'm a stolen African with Indian blood. I may have a
Hmm.
slice of cracker in there somewhere because
I
obviously I don't
definitely
have
have to.
the blue black skin. Um, but then again, Africans don't all have blue black skin. So, honey, listen, I'm
Right.
African, and I
I
wonder
know
how
that's
many
right.
of them FBAs is gonna switch over Now that if President
Let them start. Let
John
them start
managed to
talking
get
about.
reparations,
Let them start talking
they're
about
gonna
some
be switching over.
reparations.
Girl,
Everybody gonna be
you
African
gonna
now.
see them in their
Everybody.
dashikis and
Girl,
their
I was about to
medallions,
say, they
their
everybody.
cross
Okay,
colors. You gonna see all of
everything.
that 80s stuff pop back up. You gonna see it all.
Okay.
But either way, let me play this clip by a content creator that I love that discusses this very thing that we're talking about. What are you? Smack said, I am African for me too. Okay, so I'm gonna play this clip by Afro Think Tank. It's 2 minutes. Just take the time to hear what the brother has to say. It's related to our topic. How do you feel about your race? You will learn something from this guy. Let me hit this clip now.
Let's go.
Because we are here to educate you. All right. So you guys were here for thousands of years. That means, perceivably, you guys know the terrain, right? You guys should have been very familiar with everything. Y'all couldn't run away like the Native Americans. Y'all weren't tough enough to fight to the last man like the Native Americans. Huh? Y'all didn't have enough pride in your communities to remember your languages and your culture. They ain't been that long. You got to remember, slavery ended in 1860 something. Well, official. We got people that are still alive today that remember their grandparents that were slaves. We got people today that remember their grandparents who remember their parents who were in Africa. All right? We're literally within memory of the beginning of the transatlantic slave trade for those who were in North America. Oh, God. Oh, damn. You know what? Some of us have been over here a little longer than 300 years because most of us came from the Caribbean. Yeah, that's right. Caribbean. We were Caribbean before we became Americans. Matter of fact, we were Caribbeans, then we became properties of the 13 colonies. Then America came along. Yeah, that's right. So most of us have origins in the Caribbean. So your lineage actually goes from America, via the South, then to the Caribbean, then from the Caribbean to Africa, right? But you don't want to recognize your Caribbean heritage, huh? I got you. All right. So you don't remember any of your Native American heritage for those pretending ones. You don't remember any of your indigenous African. I've been here for thousands of years because Mansa Musa came over here, even though we got no proof that he came back. Okay. Even though that happened, he would have landed in South America. So you're saying that Mansa Musa landed in South America and then somehow, and that was only 700, maybe 1,000 years ago, give or take. Somebody tell me in the comment section. So you're saying in that amount of time, we multiplied into millions upon millions of Africans, right? But somehow nobody saw it, right? And then somehow they zapped all of us collectively with some sort of Men in Black amnesia device where we all forgot everything. And then, some white man said, "You are from Africa." And we was like, "Yeah, we African."
Yeah.
And then, because they tricked you, because for some reason, there is a benefit for white people to tell you that you're African, right? Good afternoon. So I'm just trying to figure this out because y'all give white people a hella credit.
Much credit.
I mean, y'all give them hella. I mean, they tricky and all. They tricky, but
You tricky
All right.
motherfucker.
What y'all think? What y'all think about that? How do you feel about your race? Do you see yourself in it? Do you see your family in it?
Right.
Again, I love the piece when he said, you forget your Caribbean culture because some people were dropped off into the islands and then migrated up through the South. I see traces of Caribbean culture that mirrors Southern culture. Like I have conversations with Maybach. And I have never been to Haiti, but the things that he tells me about his culture is very similar to my family. And we are from South Carolina and migrated to North Carolina. And then from there, we migrated to the city. So there has to be some cultural connection, in addition to my grandfather actually being from Jamaica. So I'm not understanding why we have such a hard time realizing, even though we come from different spaces, we were dropped off different places, we have different languages, that we are the same people and we practice basically the same culture.
Right.
Anybody in the chat have anything to say about what Afro Think Tank said? And I do agree with him. Like, where was the Men in Black pin? How did It's no
He
way
said,
in the
Psh.
world. I don't care how great white people are. It's no way they made us forget everything.
Right.
Because I'm here to tell you today, my family has oral culture, oral traditions. They tell you
Mm-mm.
the story of my great grandfather fighting because he was fighting so hard when he was brought through the North Carolina gate, like right in the center of Fayetteville. They had to chain him in between the two pillars
Wow.
to sell him. So I mean, really, for me, if you ask me how do I feel about my race, I love my race.
Right.
And I don't mean just, FBA. I love you no matter where you from. I love you if you're from Haiti. I love you if you're from Jamaica. I love you if you're in America. I love you if you're in England. Wherever you are, Hawaii, all over the world, I love you because when I look at you, I see me. And I
Mm-hmm.
have no problem with myself. And I love the skin that I am in.
Right.
And it bothers me when I see people dividing us and finding reasons not to love themselves.
Right. They don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. So how you gonna love something that you don't know what it is?
Maybach says I agree with the video. He called somebody an old head. I don't know who he calling an old head because I'm young. I'm young. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of the stuff that he said in the video as well. But yeah, it's like I said about my family. I've never heard my family talk about our ancestors and stuff like that. Like our people that was in the slave trade and stuff like that. I feel like they wanted to forget that stuff. I think because it was such a crucial time that they want to forget it. But you want to keep your people, your family educated about what happened.
Well, nobody has anything to say. I have one final clip and I have one question before we open up the floodgates and let people out. My question to y'all is um Flying Guillotine said, I'm a notorious troll, Peach. My next question to y'all is, do you like the physical features of your race? Do you like your features? Because oftentimes, through social media and just, mainstream media, we are taught that we aren't beautiful.
Mhm.
And even sometimes with our men, they would choose women of other races because they don't consider us as being beautiful.
Beautiful. Mhm.
Do you like the physical features from your race? Even
Mhm.
though our race don't have any defined physical features, but they do say that for us we have the wide noses, our lips are bigger, our hair may be kinkier, um you know our skulls and our heads are much bigger. Do you love the physical features of this race? That's my question to you. Do you love it? Do you love your skin tone? you
Mhm.
know I have met people that actually would not even date a black woman because of the skin tone,
Which is ridiculous.
which is sickening,
It's
especially since
ridiculous.
white men during slavery couldn't wait to get on top of us.
Okay.
But the black man don't want no parts of us.
Right.
So answer that
Please,
question,
and then
Toya. Do you like it?
I love it. It's like so many different shapes and sizes. Like there's a different variety of African American black people. Like no one is the same. And I feel like everyone has a beauty in them. You know what I'm saying? And as you said, they say our lips too big, this, that, and the third. But look at them now. They going to get lip fillers. They going to get BBLs and stuff like that. To present themselves like us. They get in the braids, the box braids. You know what I'm saying? So they love how we look as well. You know what I'm saying? But I love how we look.
Talib said, we have defined features. Why do you sound like a phrenologist from the 1800s? We actually don't, because every feature that everybody on the planet Earth have comes from us. There are light-skinned tribes in Africa with curly hair and light eyes and blonde hair. That is
Mhm.
not exclusive to Caucasian people.
Yep.
Black people's personalities rock. We are
Yes, it
potent.
does.
All right. So, how do y'all feel? Do you like, you know, our attributes, our physical attributes?
I love it.
Would you believe that there are people in our race that don't? And I'm gonna play this clip. I showed it to
Yes.
Toya, and this kind of makes me upset. It made me
What?
kind of want to cry when I watched the whole video, but here it
Yes.
is. Here is the video.
Child
Okay.
was barely 2 years old when I started bleaching him, and the scars have started showing on his skin.
This Nigerian mother used skin lightening creams on all 6 of her children, which she says burnt their skin. We are concealing her identity for their privacy.
When my daughter was mistaken for a drug addict because of the bleaching, it made me extremely sad.
She says she did it because of pressure from her own mother.
When I visit my mother, she shows more love to her other light-skinned grandchildren. But when I got the bleaching cream and started using it on them, they became lighter, and then she started bringing them closer to her.
Her story is part of a growing trend in Africa, says medical aesthetician and campaigner Zainab Bashiriau.
So a lot of people link light skin to beauty or wealth. Women tend to shield, as they call it, shield their children from that discrimination by bleaching them from childbirth. Some of these women even go to the extent of taking injections while they are pregnant just so they can give birth to lighter skinned children.
Long-term use of skin lightening products can have serious consequences.
They can have severe rashes all over their bodies. We've also had cases of, first-degree burn. It can also affect.
Wow. How does that make you feel, Toya?
So basically, when I watched the video, the mom is bleaching her kid's skin because I feel like she feels they're not fitting in. But I think it's society a lot of times that will make you feel this way because they want you to feel, oh, if you're not light skinned or fair skinned, you won't, nobody will love you or no one will like you or accept you, which is crazy to me because I don't know where that came from. I really don't. Because a lot of people in Africa bleaches their skin. A lot of people like in the Caribbeans, they bleach their skin as well. But it was just sad to hear that because she just wanted her mom to accept her children. So this is the reason that she was bleaching her kids' skin because when they was dark skinned, she paid them no attention, but paid her light skinned grandkids attention, and that's just sad. It's just a sad thing. You try to please everyone else and fit in from what everyone else is saying just to feel loved or accepted. It's just crazy. It's just real crazy. It was sad. Yeah. But what's your thoughts about the video? Would you change yourself just to fit in or be accepted? Let me know in the chat, y'all.
I thought that shit was sad.
It is sad.
That is very
It's real
sad. Oh,
sad.
Talib, you're right. Talib got me. We have defined features. There you go. By your statement you just made, we have defined features. You are right, Talib. I looked at it differently based off of what you said, and we do. We define the features for every race on the planet. They are us, we are them.
Mm-hmm.
Flying Guillotine said in Nigeria, wow.
Mm-hmm.
He also said that dynamic is changing.
It's
I
actually
hope
still
so.
going on now, and from a video that I actually watch, a news video, it's happening in the Caribbean too. A lot of
Hmm.
people in the Caribbean are bleaching their skin. That it just, I don't know. I don't know. I just, me personally, I always thought dark skin was so beautiful that sometimes I admired it so much that I wanted to be like a dark skinned queen. Like I am identical twin of my mother, and my mother has that deep dark skin, and I have this caramel looking skin. And I always wanted to be really dark like my mother and brother, but it ain't happened for me. But you know what? I'm happy to have some pigmentation and be a part of this race. So I'm cool with it. Um Smack said, I have been there when I was younger. Really, Smack? You wanted to dye your skin? That's interesting. You need to share more. When we drop the link, you need to come up and share that story, because me personally, I tried to get in the sun. I tried to do I couldn't get dark. I wanted to be
Even
very dark.
even Black China, she have this bleaching skin company, and she went to, I think, Africa or something to sell it because it's that's what they like to do in Africa. They like to bleach their skin, so it's a high demand of them doing it over there.
Flying Guillotine said, got to deal with the cards you dealt. Smack said, yup. I don't know.
I
I
I
just
can't help
you
it. I can't help how light I am, y'all. It's just is what it is.
I
Like you
wanted to
said, you
be
got to deal
dark.
with the cards you dealt. I don't.
I wanted
I
I,
I don't know to be anything else, and I don't wouldn't want to be anything else.
well, I'm gonna tell you why I wanted to be dark, right? You ever heard of the paper bag test?
Yes.
I'm lighted in the paper bag. And I'm like, if because I'm lighted in the paper bag, I would be in the house with the master, and he would have been doing. No, I want to be out in the field. Leave me alone.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. I want to be in the field. I don't want to be a house Negro. I just wouldn't want to be, but I would definitely be one for sure. Like, but I don't want to be a house Negro. You know, you get the worst treatment, be it in the house. Oh no. Oh no.
Put me out in the field. But honey, I
Put
would
me
have been right there on the
outside.
porch. I may not have been in the house, but I would have been on the porch because I'm lighted in the paper bag.
You
And
in
trust
between?
me, no, I'm lighting the paper, and what fucked me up,
You think you
Toya, is I
lighted in
remember
paper bag?
doing. I am my grandfather. It was funny because again, I told you I come from a house where we talked about history and the things that they did, and he actually had a paper bag and put it up against my skin, and I'm lighted in a fucking paper bag. And he said you would have been on the porch somewhere, and I would have been out there on the field, and I wouldn't have been able to help you.
Right. Nope.
Honey, we had those discussions. Never forget. Never forget. It can happen again. Never forget.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Mhm.
Toya, I'm gonna drop the link. If anybody in the chat want to come up and tell us how they feel about their race, if you want to tell us if you like this show, I know we did things a little bit different tonight. Let us know what you think. We wanted to try to add a little bit more relatable content to what we're saying. So let us know. Again, they go to chat. Smack, I would love for you to click in and tell us why you wanted to bleach your skin. That just goes so much with the topic. How do you feel about your race? For me, I could never imagine wanting to be lighter. I can always imagine wanting to have that deep, dark, beautiful skin, that doesn't look like it ages much. You saw Tyrese on the verses. Didn't he look like he just didn't never change? Like this man looks the same.
He was dipped in the forever bath. I don't know.
Yeah. Now them teeth, I think he got it from somewhere,
That's
but
different. Yeah, he
I bought mine from
You
where
know
he
what?
got his.
I feel like, and you saying you never wanted to be lighter. I feel like a lot of times, like when it was during slavery and stuff like that, the light skinned people had it the hardest because they wouldn't really get accepted by, they couldn't get accepted by the white people, and they wouldn't be accepted by the dark skinned people because the dark skinned
That's
people thought
true.
that we thought we was better than them.
That's
No,
true. I would have been milk bag bath to death. They
Right.
would have tried to give me a milk bath to get me lighter. But Smack, welcome. Tell us your
Hey,
story
Smack.
about wanting to be lighter.
First, I want to say I love your show, especially with the changes that y'all have made. It's really engaging, especially if you didn't know, because I didn't know that about in Nigeria, that last
Mhm.
story you shared. But when I was younger, hung around a lot of Caucasian people. I played sports. I played a lot of sports. My dad and mom kept me in sports, also in band, and you didn't see many people of color at my private lessons or, trying to learn how to play a violin. So those were my friends. And
Mhm.
I guess it was also because I was a big fan of Michael Jackson. And then I started having a little bit of bullying issues from um, people in my neighborhood because when my parents split up, we moved to uh, where there's more people in a neighborhood. We moved to another state too. And so we were spoiled kids and we're used to certain things. And these kids would just talk about the color of my skin. And so I hung around Caucasian people. And so I wanted to be light like them. And it wasn't until my my mom saw what I was doing because I was adding bleach to my water daily, to my bath water. If I were to, I would fill up the sink with bleach and water and use soap, trying to just scrub my skin. And my mom, had a conversation and taught me how to love myself more, her and my father. My father being a history teacher, he really, that's when like my civil rights, like I started loving who I am as a black person. They had to talk to me because I was trying to scrub it off. I'm gonna be, that's a phase that I went through young, and my parents, just started instilling in me to be proud of who I am. Took a while for me to get there, but I got there. But I stopped bleaching, trying to bleach my skin, and then I just began as I got older. It is a condition. You had Michael Jackson who went through it. You have quite a few people who went through trying to make their skin lighter, and there's people who still do it today, like the gentleman from the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne.
Mhm.
So it's just something where you just want to fit into what's around you. That's what it was for me.
Right.
And stop the bullying. The bullying was bad when I was younger, and this was like in grade school. I never
Mhm.
had it in the town I lived in, but when I moved to the new area where there's more people, there was more people of color and there was more, like a urban community. That's where it started. And it came from people who look just like us, that look like
Mhm.
me, black people. It wasn't white people saying nothing about my skin, it was black people. But that's
We
it.
be so harsh to our own people.
Yeah, that's the thing I don't like about our race. Um, I can only speak for the area where I live and the people that I deal with and what I
Mhm.
see. But I do see it in mostly like marginalized communities. A lot people who are struggling, they just and I ain't gonna say just people who are struggling, but people who don't know better put down our own race, the black race, but they'll uplift the other races. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
We
Right.
won't
Right.
even support black business, but
Mhm.
our black dollar is so important in this economy. If black people were to stop spending with all of these other businesses and started shopping black, we would soar. But I don't know what happened. There's a lack of trust. If a person's doing better than someone, they want to put them down
Mhm.
instead of finding out what the formula is and learn from them so they can grow. I'm just sick and tired of it. We complain about everything, but we don't show up 10 toes, on the front lines to fight for it. They looking for
It's a lot of
somebody else to
jealousy.
fight. Yeah, I'm just tired of it.
Right.
I've been seeing it for so long, and I'm starting to think that we will never come out of this. This is how it's going to be. Right now, we're killing off our own people for
Yep.
over words and over territory, over hoods that don't even belong to you. Just because
Mhm.
you live there, you act like you own the block. Like it's just so much that I just look and I be disgusted with my race. I'm just keeping it real.
Yep. I agree.
Wow.
It's too
Thank you,
much
Smack,
hate,
for
too much
sharing.
hate and jealousy going
Yeah,
on instead of us
exactly.
coming together, So it's
You're
sad.
quite welcome.
But I'm happy you got out of that snack because
Yeah, by the
you
time I got to middle school, I was good. Yeah, but
yeah.
I went through that, and it came from where I grew up. Parents splitting up. We had to move to another state, and we
Mhm.
were. I don't want to say it was the hood because it wasn't the hood. We're just in a
Right.
very urban community
Just
where we
more of us.
moved.
Right. Mhm.
Yeah, and we as kids were not used to that. You
Mhm.
know, we grew up in the country, like on farmland, so it was a little different.
Right.
All
But
right,
thanks for sharing.
you welcome.
Yes, thank you for sharing. My God.
Oh,
Mm.
I want to tell y'all too. I was listening to a podcast, and it was amazing to see y'all pop up on Apple Podcasts, and
Oh,
I
that's
saw y'all pop
cool.
up on Spotify. So great job! I just want to say, keep going.
Well, thanks, Snack.
Thank you. Wow. So Messy Boots Entertainment said I can agree we have more racism within our own culture.
Mhm.
That's something, of course I agree with it because I said it earlier too. We do. We have internalized racism. We teach our children to hate, for us to hate one another. I don't even get that.
Right.
Merci Boots Entertainment said crab in the barrel mentality. Yeah, we do.
Mhm. Yep.
We do. We do. But I mean, we got to get better as a culture. Um, to live, you might as well come on up and bring us home. Again, feel free in the chat. The question is still out there. How do you feel about your race? How do you feel after listening to everything? Did you come in with one perspective and you're leaving out with another one? I know for me, I love who I am. I love being a part of, whatever we decide to collectively call ourselves,
Right.
black, Afro American,
Mhm.
Africans in the diaspora, whatever we are.
I
I'm
love it.
proud to be that.
Right.
I'm proud to be a part of that. And
Right.
I'm proud to support any movement that uplifts all of us, not just
Mhm.
one segment of us.
Right.
you know to me, victory in anything that's a victory in black or
Mhm.
African, is to me we all winning. I don't look at it that way. If a Jamaican person does something, I don't say, oh, that was a Jamaican that did that. I don't look at it that way. If a Haitian did something, I don't say, oh no, it's a Haitian. I look at it as we as a
Right.
culture did that. We did that.
And
So
other ethnicities and stuff, they are intimidated by us and they don't want us to come together because they know if we come together in numbers, we could do major things. They want us to stay divided. And it's just crazy.
to
Hey,
live, you
Talib.
got the floor.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
I was listening to you guys. That was interesting. I agree with some of the things you're saying. You know, I think it's a little with the first guy that you showed the first gentleman, the video. I hear some of that. I think a lot of information is being simplified and removed in order to create a more cohesive narrative. But there's a lot of information there that's being left out. Even when you talk about the psychological aspect of our conditioning, there's a lot of things that's being left out, like the funding, the education, right? The fact that in the
Yeah.
1800s, in 1890, the Great Census Fire, how they intentionally damaged 60 million K census records and only kept about 6,000 of them, particular ones that they wanted. The fact that there was a massive campaign in the colleges, that the colleges and schools and universities were originally established here as places that taught how to create reverends and teach people to be priests, and was assimilated into compulsory education. The fact that when we say Caribbeans or Jamaicans, what continent is Jamaica in? I'm asking. I'm asking.
Oh, y'all didn't hear me. America.
Right. So are they Americans? You see, when we say Americans, we think of the United States of America, and we consider that to be all of North America, but it isn't. Canada is a part of North America. It's all in all the islands around here and all of that. That's all a part of what? America. They're the ones that created some divisional lines in your mind to make you think that these people from these different sectors of America aren't somehow American still. The African slave trade didn't happen the way they technically made it happen, or the way they documented it happening. It didn't happen that way. That's why they can't really provide you any real proof beyond the Dutch. And that's why the Dutch and them are heavily held responsible, and how that whole slave trade even happened. All of that happened over there. What they did with the the Atlantic slave trade was something totally different. And how they even set it up and got it over here. They didn't bring that many people over here. What do you think happened to all the people that was here? You really think those stories about Daniel Boone are real? That they just slaughtered all the Indians and that was the end? You really think that? You think the Indians today are just living on reservations and realize that they just lost and took it as a loss? Are you really believing that? What were they classified as? Do you know where the term Native American came from? Are you aware of that? Did you realize when they started America, there were three parties here, the White Whigs, the Federalists, and what was the third party? The Native American Party, which was originally the Know Nothing group, which was a group of Protestants that was trying to separate themselves from the Catholic Church, which was the reason they called themselves Native Americans. So how did you end up calling yourself that? Right. When did the first stories and them start teaching about slavery began? Was it in the 1920s? Were there stories of slavery in the 1920s that was being popularized? You see what I'm saying? A lot of what we've been taught has been miseducation. And it's like you're saying, you have to talk to your family. My great-grandmother was born in the 1800s. My grandfather was born in the late 1800s. Some of this stuff they're telling us is a missed story. And now those things that happen is now they're trying to say we're acknowledging slavery because the Ghanaians said it and everything started there. And you guys are from here. Now what happened to all the indigenous Aboriginal people that look like us because they look like us? What did they call them? Negroes. I'm not talking about my feelings. I'm talking about records, documented records. Any one of you can go look up. They just don't think you care, or you will, because you're so convinced from a story. So are you telling me Elon Musk is one of us too? Is he African American? I mean, he's from Africa. Where does the line end? They blurred the lines and given us a identity that doesn't matter. Before we were African American, what were we? Afro Americans. Before you were, and then they black and I'm proud. All these terms, a lot of these things, we didn't even create these things for ourselves. And don't get me started what they did in the 1960s and 70s with the CIA going into Berkeley University, Langley, and other black universities and recruiting. How do you think they created a decadent veil of athletes and entertainers to make you think you're equal? Who benefited from civil rights? If the Ghanaians and all that know that and they're so old, how come Ghana was only established in 1954? Some of them people aren't even from there. It's because the lines that existed in Africa didn't even exist 70 years ago. They don't even know where they're from.
That's what I'm saying.
But they can sit here and tell you, you're from here. We'll go to the port. But go look up any records of any war that led to Africans selling people. There is none. There is no war like that of that nature. That never happened.
Because we don't care to do that shit. Certain shit we just don't care to do.
You see what I'm saying? So they anything to keep you from the fact that you right here, what they did to you here is wrong. They owe you for what they did to you here, and you are entitled to what is here.
Hmm.
Anything to keep you from going in that direction, because all you have to do is do what Peaches say. Talk to your grandmother. Talk to your grandfather.
Can't do that
Talk to
now.
your elders. They're gonna all tell you, "Oh, I'm Indian. I'm Choctaw."
It's on the census, on their birth certificate. I pulled it up clearly and saw it on the birth certificate.
Yep. And when they stopped labeling us by a tribe, what did they label us as? Negroes.
Oh yeah.
They didn't label Africans Negroes. That wasn't the. They weren't even here in those numbers. First of all you have to do is just do a little bit of homework. Did ships exist when they were doing slavery? No.
You said did ships exist?
Yes. There were no ships. There were skiffs, wherries, and rowboats.
They didn't have like traditional
Well,
ships with
yeah.
engines. They had
No.
rowboats and
Skiffs, ships. So you tell me how they traveled the ocean gyres, extremely dangerous, with no motor and a sail and some paddles, with a ship that could not carry enough water for the crew, and let alone the slaves at the bottom. While they sat on top of each other and defecated and urinated, never stood up, and their muscles didn't atrophy. Really? And then when they got off the ship, they didn't wash them down or anything. They got piss and poop from each other. They're stiff, they're skinny, they're hungry. And people are like, yeah, I'll buy him. Oh, not to mention, he doesn't speak English and he's not familiar with the agriculture here. Right, right. So what is he supposed to be growing? Oh, so you want me to teach it? They taught you English and how to grow crops and everything and read and all this stuff because you were just a complete imbecile savage speaking some ticking
Grown
language.
crops. Most of them know how to do all that.
no. You had to be
African
from
people
a
don't know how to
space
grow.
to grow crops. Different crops grow
Well,
in different
well,
spaces.
not all of them. Not all of them, but a lot of
Do you
some of them know
know?
how to grow crops.
No, listen, a lot of things that grow here in America don't grow there. Do you understand how many things are over there because it was imported there? They didn't know how to grow many things that was here.
Well, not necessarily grow
We have
crops, but
every
they're
land.
just good at, I guess, with like the hunting and stuff like that. I guess
Okay, so they came here and they was hunting cotton, right?
they wasn't hunting here. Obviously not.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You're taking these people that don't have these skills, doesn't speak your language, they're in the worst condition, they're traumatized, they're in shock, they're hungry, they're wounded, they're sick. You're going to teach them in a short amount of time your language, make them understand you, beat them half to death, teach them about a God, while you also teach them agriculture or how to grow crops in the land. You're giving these lazy people a lot of credit. And when I say lazy people, I'm talking about the slave so-called owners. What really happened here was a coup and a misrepresentation and a deal. And we got swindled out of the deal and made into prisoners of war. That's what happened here. And that's why we're the only people on this planet that has been ethnocided. Everybody else has their culture and know where they come from except for us. We don't know nothing. And we have to trust the history of other people telling us about our history. We've been ethnocided.
Yep.
I agree.
We're still alive, but we have no idea of our language, our culture. Now, wouldn't it be funny if you find out all this was yours already? Look at you. Tell me who else in the world did more for the world than we did. All the African leaders in the world can get together, and they'll never have did more than we did with the civil rights. Every country in the world was affected by it. That's how they got here. That's how they got here and got those programs. They gave everything to them and wrote us out of it. Who was the number one recipient of welfare? Look how you've been brainwashed.
White women.
We was white women.
I'm about to say it was the white people, the white women. Right.
Most, but how is it the number one welfare recipients? We are.
Now they're trying to make it seem like we are, but we're not.
But it's been shaped that way for, you mean to tell me for the last 30, 40 years that they shaped us as being welfare recipient, gang banging, hoeing? What? No other race will allow themselves to be desecrated on television the way we, or in the way or manner that we do musically. No one. And guess what? We the only people that don't own our music. So I say this, before we go beating each other up about what we're not doing, we really need to look at the psychological game and the finances and the money and the generations that's been put into putting us in this position. This is not just merely our doing. You're talking about people that spent billions of dollars to make this happen, that put together programs and made sure that the Board of Education was on board with it. We're not stupid. These people put real time, energy, money, and effort into creating black gang bangers, single mother homes.
Through
So
welfare.
before you go pointing on at us, realize we are the victims of this stuff. We can change it. We can do some things, but realize a lot of people, if you're one of the people that's blessed enough to have waken up, be thankful, be grateful, because that means you're a very powerful person. They're not playing with this stuff. These people that are caught, they really caught. We have to be a little empathetic to these people because they are really brainwashed and hypnotized and suggestible. And they don't have nobody in their life to give them that direction. And because they grew up the way they did, they don't even trust nobody. So we need empathy for our lost people. And guess what? Those are also false numbers. Who has the highest number of degrees in America? Black women.
Allegedly, they say black women.
It's a fact, though. We're not going to talk about that. We'll show how that's a game, right? And how they set black women up for those things, and then put a trap out there to make sure they never get past a certain point. But when we took, remember at one point it was all about we stupid, we don't go to college, we ain't smart, right? Meanwhile, we started some of the biggest movements through college, like Morehouse and such on. See, we live in two realities. One is a narrative that's being constructed by TV and social media. And if you get into that rabbit hole too deep, you start thinking that all black men are gangbangers, especially if they're under the age of 35. Okay? You start thinking, right, that we YNs.
I hate
Remember,
that
it's been right, but look what they did to popularize it. Look, the marketing don't care. Marketing says we're going to make everybody want it. What I'm trying to get you to see is that anything that forces you to jump on a simple moral side is a psyop. Nothing is black and white. Everything, when it comes to the human experience, is complex and dynamic. So when they want you to just say, these YNs is this, or I don't care, I just feel like this because they morally wrong. These people is wrong. This is the right thing to do. That's tribalism. This is going to make you cut yourself off from any way of seeing the problem from outside of the problem. So we have to realize.
Hold on, Talib. Chat, do y'all have anything to say in reference to what Talib is saying?
Yes.
Do y'all? I see everybody being quiet. Feel free to say something inside of the chat. This
They
is a great
absorbing the
conversation.
information. The absorbing.
All right, continue to
Definitely some
live. They
good
don't have
points.
nothing to say.
Some good
It
points.
was Melville Horowitz that invented the story of the Middle Passage. You can look that up. And when they first published it, it was in the fiction section.
Mm.
So your whole belief that you come out of Africa was written by, he's a Jew.
Sort of like Roots is
And
fake.
no proof that he ever went to Africa either. There's no proof. When you go do the homework and realize what Freud and Darwin and Benjamin Rush and W.D. Du Bois and all these people were up to through sociology, through colleges and pushing out this ideal of out of Africa theory. This was a whole movement put together by what you might call Masons or other elite groups of white people that wanted to assure that what they had stolen would stay stolen. And all this is verifiable. This is not conspiracy theory. These are things you can just Google because they don't care.
And for you guys that don't know who W.E.B. Du Bois is, that's the person that created your favorite organization, the NAACP.
Funded by Jews.
Maybach said, perfect example, the No Kings protest. They have people thinking it's about Democrats and Republicans. That No Kings protest is
See the
about white
psyop?
fragility.
It's about pushing you in a direction. Don't look at what the psyop is holding. Always look at what the psyop is asking of you. Because these people, if you read the Constitution, oh my goodness, if you read the Constitution, you will know that these people are not held accountable to the law. They are only held accountable to themselves. See, you read the Declaration of Independence. You're not reading the United States Constitution. You need to go read that so you can understand that you don't have no rights against these guys. Once they're in there, they're grandfathered in, and guess what? They get paid forever. Go look it up. When they get out of office, they still get paid. They paid off you forever. This whole place is a business. It's a corporation. You are the product. They don't care about no Republicans or no Democrats. They got another term. If that's for poor people. If you poor, you call them Republicans and Democrats. If you got a little money, you say liberal or conservatives. This is a game about power and structure. See, the illusion is scarcity. The game is called scarcity. Scarcity makes you believe that the money can run out. The money convinces you that your time must convert into the dollar if you want to be able to thrive and survive. That's what they have conditioned you to. But you forget one important thing. We are the ones that's doing it all. Elon Musk does not run a factory. No, the foreman runs the factory. And everybody in there that has to work with those machines, and they're the ones running the factory. And guess what? They print the dollars. They don't go dig up dollars. It's not like the dinosaur juice they tell you this that they need. Right? Because whenever they need money, what are they going to do? Print it. Because they took you off of the value of money a long time ago. And that was called Gold, silver, and any other precious metals that we deem valuable. And if you
Maybach
go
said
look
it's
up the
about
article,
capitalism and power and control. Sorry to cut you off. I'm trying to read the
oh no,
comments too.
if
So
you
take
go
us
look it
home
up,
to live.
we get on like this. Go look up money in the U.S. Penal Code, and then you tell me if you using money,
Mm.
right? And when you
What is
realize
called
that you
again?
ain't used the U.S. Money Penal Code,
Okay.
and it'll tell you what the definition of money is, and you will see it's precious metal. Is your dollar backed by precious metals?
No. Precious
Is your dollar
paper.
even backed by the gold? Is it backed by gold? No. Your dollar is backed by the petrodollar.
Mm.
We trade debt. That's how we make money. It's through debt. The GDP, the gross domestic product, right? And then you are the product of the United States of America.
Sold on the
It's
stock
on your
market.
social security. You can
Mm.
look it up. Your social security number is being traded on the stock exchange. That is a fact. That isn't a conspiracy. So,
That is the
Mama,
fact.
wrap it up like this and leave it at that. I wanted to go into some deeper hypnosis stuff to just help out with things, but next time, I'll leave it at this. Stop jumping on things that asked you for chocolate or vanilla. Learn to think outside the box. Anything they're talking about right now, even when it comes to us, is asking for you to jump on some side of something. 9 times out of 10, these things they're pushing us in has no effect on our personal everyday life. And
None
if
of
it
it.
don't affect your everyday life, you should detach from it, disassociate, and get away.
Love it.
Yes. Thanks,
All right,
Celeb.
so chat. Thank you to live for so chat. Y'all are still here or whatever. Yeah, Maybach say birth certificate sold on the stock exchange. I think. Thank you, Maybach and to live. I think everybody knows that by now, and if not, please go research, go online. I mean, I've been knowing that for maybe 15 plus years. I was shocked to realize that. Um, just to go back to the topic, how do you feel about your race after hearing everything that you heard tonight? Again, nobody's perspective is above anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want anyone to be offended. I don't want no
Right.
inboxes saying that you feel any kind of way. But I gotta ask,
Everyone have
how do
their own
you feel?
opinion.
Yeah, how do you feel about your race after hearing everything? Me, I'm just saying I'm cool. I'm
Right.
good with being who I am.
Right.
I'm good. I'm not trying to change anything. Again, for
Mm-hmm.
me, I know my oral tradition and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just cool with it. Even if I didn't know it, I'll still be happy with how I came into this world, and
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing that I can do about it. I'm not willing to bleach
Right.
myself. I'm not willing to change myself. I'm going out just like this.
Just like
Toya,
this.
has anything changed for you?
No, my opinion still stays the same. I I agree with you. This is who I am, and I wouldn't change it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is how I came in this world, and this is how I'm going out, and I'm good. I'm good. But a
You
lot of
good
people,
too?
they are not good. But just try to find your good. How about that? Find that in
Yeah,
yourself.
find your
You know,
good.
you
Start with some
find your
research.
good.
Yeah, to
Yes.
live gave you plenty of things to look up,
Yes.
plenty
Thanks,
of things
Celeb.
to research again. Wherever you find the truth for yourself that makes you comfortable, this is the check
Mm-hmm.
in. This is what we want you to do. Check in with yourself. You may not agree
Judgment
with
free.
me. You may not agree with Toya. You may not
Mm-hmm.
agree with to live, but find your
Mm-hmm.
own personal truth and get comfortable with you.
Right.
With that being said, this is the check in. Toya, do you
This is
have
the
any
check-in, y'all.
closing words or remarks for everybody?
Nope, as always, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the check-in. Make sure y'all share with your friends so they could tune in as well. Make sure you follow our pages and stay updated on the next topics that are coming up. We are here on Sundays at 7:30. And yeah, just keep up with us. We appreciate y'all.
All right. And good night, everyone that's watching now, and for everybody that's going to be listening on the radio. We love
Yes.
y'all. Have a good
Have a
night. We're
good
going to
night,
leave
y'all.
out with one of our producers commercials for the shea butter. Y'all have a
Okay.
great night. 184 Essentials.
All natural essentials, feel the vibrant flow. Let your skin shine, watch the natural glow. For skin that deserves royal treatment.
Deeply nourish your skin with 100% all natural essentials 1804, packed with vitamins A, E, and essential fatty acids.
Feel the rhythm, feel the glow, watch my natural beauty flow. Golden skin from head to toe.